it feels almost like something that somebody did, and it's like the whistle being blown on it and being exposed. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your October soul session. The Emperor and the Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay. I'm just going to put that back in here. Anywho, welcome to your October soul session. I'm Princess India if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. That was weird. Okay, so anywho, if you aren't familiar with what a soul session is, it is my spirituality and personal development readings in which we look at the energy that you guys will encounter during the month of October and any experiences you guys need to know about or challenges or anything of the sort to help you with your overall healing, growth, you know, all that good stuff, spiritual lessons and whatnot or whatever. So anywho, we're going to go ahead and jump right in to you guys' reading. I'll keep those two cards in account, but I mean, just a simple fact, you know, I was doing my spiel and everything, but let's go ahead and jump in to you guys' cards. Let's see here. Central energy, your challenge, past influence, future possibilities, your above energy and your below energy. And at the bottom of you guys' deck, I'm sorry, my assistant just texted me. At the bottom of you guys' deck, you have the Four of Cups. Interesting. So, Aquarius. In the month of October, it feels like you guys, what I really want to say first and foremost, between a rock and a hard place is the first thing that comes to me, but I more or less feel you guys are kind of in between two energies and not really sure, and it feels something, it's something from your past and something from your future. Now, of course, with all of you, this could be people, right? This could be like a person from your past, or if it is a relationship type of thing, it could be a choice between someone from your past and somebody that you don't know that would be future. So leaving something behind and going into the unknown. And I feel like that kind of encapsulates all the energy, so I don't get too wordy here. So it's more or less, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, situation, circumstance, whatever the case may be, it's more or less you guys kind of weighing your options between where you've been or where you are now and some element of the unknown in the future. Because I feel it's more or less, wait a minute, blue moon. Oh God, is that blue moon thing on the 31st of this month? I think it is. Okay, so Aquarius, I'm pretty sure that you know by now, this whole thing I've been talking about the 31st of October, and I believe on the 31st, I know it's a full moon that is in Taurus, and it's like the second full moon in the month of October, and I believe it's called the blue moon, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm looking at the fact that in you guys' underlying energy, there's a blue moon at the top. So this decision that you guys are making, which goes in alignment with what the entire collective seems to be dealing with up until the 31st of October, is this choice between your past and some unknown future. Because what I was gonna say before I noticed that the moon was blue was that you're unable to see the horizon. And the vision I think of is, and I mean that proverbially speaking, of course, but the vision I think of is kind of being on the open seas, you know? So if you think about being on a boat in like the middle of the ocean, and granted you can see like the horizon, but there's no land in sight. And that's more or less the vibe I'm getting for where my Aquarius people are in the month of October. It's more or less, you know where you set sail from, but at present, you guys are in the middle of this proverbial ocean and you're not really sure where it is that you're going. So it's like being in this in-between liaison phase, if you will. But of course, much like with everyone, the 31st is quite important. I don't know, man, I really got to make a whole video about this. This is insane. I'm just going to leave that at that. Anywho, your central energy, we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse, and this is challenged by the High Priestess. I feel like Neptune is in full effect. That's Neptune energy. I feel like it's in full effect today because for some strange reason, it's just this very 7 of clubs. My mouth, my brain, what is happening in America? Is it Mercury retrograde yet? We're heading towards it. It's this very just cloudy kind of energy, and my whole staff is feeling it. So I thought it was just me, but I mean, you might be feeling that way too. But anywho, but we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse as you guys' central energy for the month of October, and this being challenged by the High Priestess. So what's interesting is I feel for my Aquarius people, you guys are feeling in the month of October almost that you're at a disadvantage. Now, the irony of this is I feel greatly you guys are going to, and I say feel as if you're at a disadvantage. I don't necessarily feel as if this is literally accurate. However, our perception is reality, right? So it's more or less feeling as if you guys are at a disadvantage. However, you're required to make a decision in the, or set boundaries, you know, draw a line in the sand, what have you, but more or less make a decision and stand up for what you believe to be right, while you guys feel or perceive yourself to be at a disadvantage, or making a decision while you guys don't have the full picture. Now, being in a situation such as that is not the easiest thing in America. However, with the High Priestess being here as your challenge, I feel what's required is for you guys to follow either your heart, follow your intuition, however you want to put that, you know, but it's more or less, it's asking you guys to kind of trust spirit and step out on faith, if you will, because I really feel with this, like when I say feeling as if you're in a position that's a disadvantage, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are, but the disadvantage, I feel it has to do with what you can see. In so many words, you cannot see the whole picture, but you're still going to be put into a position to where you're required to make a decision without seeing the whole picture, if that makes sense. Now, your past influence, we have the Moon card, which is very, very interesting. So again, this is speaking to instincts. It's coming into October, you guys are in a place still. So this is more or less like a heads up. If coming out of coming out of September, or in the month of September period, you guys kind of felt not necessarily cloudy, but it's feeling kind of blocked and not really knowing how to move forward. I can tell you that does carry over into October. The only difference that I see between the two energies is September was more or less like the prelude, if you will. So it was kind of like the precursor. So I think at some point in time, it's more or less, I don't want to say that you guys felt a sense of clarity, but I don't know. This feels almost to me like something that came out of the blue almost. Let me see. This is buku hazy. I usually don't be clear. I cannot talk, Aquarius. I usually don't clarify. But with this, it's even for me, dude, it's like this is we have the Hierophant. So this could involve, and then we have Cancer energy, of course, Pisces energy, and then we have Taurus energy now. Does this have to do with a mom? Okay, so for some of you, this has something to do with an authority figure. It has something to do with your traditions, your beliefs. For some of y'all, you got a Taurus mom, and it literally has something to do with her. Oh, Lord to thee. And then it's the judgment card. Ooh, child. Okay, so what this is looking like for me is, okay, and I really get the sense that that you guys don't perceive this to be this way. So what is looking like for me, Aquarius? In September, you guys were released from something, whether this is being fired from a job or, you know, a breakup or something like that. I do feel like this is something that kind of came out the blue, right? And it's being at a standstill because it's not really knowing how to move forward. I do feel like it's something y'all were, and I mean, for some of y'all, it could literally be a divorce. It literally could. Um, yeah, it could literally be a divorce for real in real life. But I really feel like it's something that just came out the blue to the point where I don't know. It's like it feels like somebody being broadsided. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't see this coming type of deal. And it's kind of being in this space of like confusion, like I'm lost. I don't understand how the hell this happened. Like it's almost something like it came out of nowhere, it would seem like you didn't expect it. There was no forewarning. Like this is legit something that just came out of the blue. It feels like, right? Now, what I can tell you about that is it's almost like this in its truest sense was a roadblock, but I don't really think that you guys see it that way. So I would say from a Aquarius person's point of view, it feels like, wow, yeah, dude. Oh man, this is so interesting. Okay, from your point of view, this would feel like just shock, like how, like chaos, calamity, like that's literally what it feels like, to where this carries over into this month and it's still feeling in this cloud. Like this literally feels like chaos and confusion. I don't know what this could possibly be, but whatever the case, it's like this is something that's divinely orchestrated, and this is something that's setting you free in so many words. So much like with everyone else, um, Saturn went direct, and I've said it like 1,000 times, but Saturn went direct on the 29th of September, right? There's a lot of stuff that sounds a lot like this that happened. It's like people lost jobs, you know, relationships broke up. It's all kinds of crazy stuff that happened like in the last 2 weeks of September, right? But again, like I said, I don't really feel like you guys perceive this as something good. However, it is, right? Because whatever this was blocking you. Now, when we get back into our present energy, in order for you guys to see this and to know how to move forward, which is kind of explained to me why you guys had this Four of Cups at the bottom of your deck. In order for you to know how to move forward, it's going to require you to really have to tap into your intuition. It's almost as if this is one of those situations where if you were to look in your 3D life, it's like you wouldn't see anything. So this is like one of those situations where a person would literally have to like walk by faith and not by sight, because it's like, and if you don't resonate with this, then this ain't your reading, because this feels real specific. It's just almost like everything outside of this person's life, it just seems like chaos and calamity. You know what I'm saying? And it feels like it's being so broadsided by it. Like it's a person who's just, I don't even know what to do with this. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to move forward. I've never been in a situation like this. Like it feels very just unrest like, you know what I mean? Ooh, child. And I don't know if this is maybe someone's mom that passed away or something. Like getting called home to Jesus, you know? That's, I'm gonna leave that alone. Your underlying energy is the Seven of Swords. Your above energy is the Three of Cups in reverse. That card came out with the Emperor at first. And now it's in you guys above energy. Yeah, man. Whew. Okay, so looking at the Seven of Swords, the vibe I feel with this is disassociation, right? So, because usually with the Seven of Swords, I always say what you skip will trip you up later. I don't really feel that vibration. This is like a huge disappointment. I don't know if maybe like going back to the whole marriage thing, I don't know, and I mean, God forbid, I don't know if someone had a partner, like a spouse that could have passed away, or someone filed for divorce or something like that. Because I said you guys getting divorced, but it's like the shock that I feel is I'm wondering if, I don't know, it seems like out of the blue, you know, like a person filed for divorce or something like that. And it's like this feeling of being robbed. Dude, this is heavy. Like, this is hella heavy, because I really feel like a person got hit out of left field. And I'm so sorry to be repetitive, Aquarius, but it's like I can't stop saying that, because it's like me even feeling it inside of my body. It's like it's like being frozen. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like a person who is sitting in a room just staring at a wall, because it's like, this is so shocking for this to come at you like this. It's like you can't process it. It's almost like your brain just shuts down. And with the Seven of Swords here and the underlying energy, I'm seeing it more or less as like a disassociation, like wanting to just like numb out, you know, like this is not happening. Like I'm not here. This is not going on type of deal. And going forward, we have the Nine of Wands. Whew, and that's my PTSD card. Like when I say traumatic, dude, this is like, this feels hella traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like this literally feels like, and I cannot get over this frozen feeling. Like this literally just feels like whatever this is that happened, a person was not prepared for this. You didn't have the resources for this. You did not foresee this. And I don't know how to move forward. It's like just being stuck in so many words. This is insanity. It's giving me pause. This is insane, because I feel this energy so heavy, dude. But the whole premise with this is, with this Nine of Wands being here, it's like, granted, despite what it is that you guys have gone through, the most important thing with this is it's still going to be required for you guys to make a choice to move forward, because whatever this is, no matter how mundane or magnanimous this is, you guys are gonna have to move forward. Not really necessarily saying like move forward in an emotional sense and like let go, process it. Like, I don't mean that. It's like, I feel it's competing ideals, in the sense that this thing happened that was unexpected, right? So for example, this could be something in your personal life that may have happened, but in your work life, you still have responsibilities, right, that you need to take care of. So it's kind of like you can't just stop, right? So it's more or less, this Nine of Wands would be competing against the vibrational energy of the Seven of Swords, because it's this feeling of just wanting to escape. Like, this is too much. I don't want to deal with this. And you kind of want to escape it, right? But that's where this interpretation of what you skip will trip you up later would come in. Because if this isn't, like, if you try to disassociate or remove yourself from this, it's like, you not dealing with it is gonna like kind of come back and bite you in the butt type of deal. So it feels like this thing where there's a need to face the music, even if this is one of those things where, like, and this is kind of on the flip side, not all Aquarius people, if this is something that Aquarius did, you know what I'm saying? If it's something that you guys did back in the past somewhere, and now it's kind of coming out, or people are starting to realize or see or something like that. Like, it's like, I hate to use the word exposed, but it's like something that you did in the past has gotten exposed. You know what I'm saying? Because I get this sense of like whistleblowing. And I don't know if this has something to do with church for real, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I don't want to say politics, but it feels almost like something that somebody did, and it's like the whistle being blown on it and it being exposed. And it's almost like, or this could be somebody that Aquarius know, I don't know, but it's something being exposed that happened past tense. And it's the sense of wanting to hide and not face responsibility for it. You know what I mean? Or feeling like really attacked type of deal, or people just kind of turning on a person. But the most important thing is, with this Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck, is more or less, like I said, feeling in the middle of an ocean where you don't know what's gonna happen. So when I get back to the central energy of making a decision, feeling at a disadvantage, it's like you don't know the future. You don't know how this is going to pan out, but trying to escape responsibility, trying to disassociate, trying to not face it, trying to run, trying to hide, none of that would behoove my Aquarius people. So the most important thing is for you guys to stand up for and fight for what you know to be true, or what it is that you know intuitively. Because I don't know, dude, this is so strange. Like, it feels almost like it's so many different scenarios I'm feeling with this. It's like at one point, I feel it's something that someone could have done in the past that's coming back. I feel that this is something that transpired or happened that a person didn't expect. Then on the other end of this, it feels like an element of people ganging up on an Aquarius person too. Like, it's almost like being thrown under the bus. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like being involved in something, and like people being in cahoots and kind of throwing you under the bus and feeling like, you know, I don't understand, you know, why this is happening, or, you know, what's going on? Why is everyone, you know, kind of turning their back on me? So it's almost like the Aquarius person would have to stand solo dolo. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the most important thing is to not fight. I mean, to not give up the fight. You know what I mean? It's like, even though you've been through so much, it's almost like having to use all of your strength to keep moving forward, even though you don't know what forward is. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I don't know. This is bananas. This is bananas. Like, this is, I can't say anything else. I'm literally like, I'm flabbergasted at this point. The most important takeaway from this, Aquarius, is a need to, even though you don't know where you're going, because I think that's the biggest thing, it would be a desire to want to have this sense of security of knowing if things are going to be okay moving forward. But the challenge being, the High Priestess is saying that you're not going to know that. So you literally have to trust your belief system, your faith, your instincts, you know, your intuition. You would have to trust the intangible, because I don't get the sense that you guys are going to be able to receive anything tangible to know what direction to go into moving forward. So if this would all fall on you trusting yourself. You know what I mean? Ooh, child. Aquarius, that is your reading. Just trust yourself. Trust yourself and don't give up the fight. Even if they got people against you, it's like, even I have to say, if somebody try to triangulate you and tries to get you to admit to something that you know you didn't do, don't admit to something you know you didn't do. You know, just stand up for yourself and keep pushing, even if no one else is standing with you. That's all I can say. Aquarius has been your reading. I'm going over to my website and Vimeo and Patreon and YouTube members to do you guys extended. This energy is so insane. To do you guys extended. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. And pick a number 1, 2, or 3 if you're going to be extended. Don't pick 3 numbers, don't pick 2 numbers, just pick 1 number, 1, 2, or 3. And you will find out why in the extended. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, I love your face, Aquarius. I hope to see you guys sooner than later. And I love your face. Sorry for making the creepy face. I understand if you don't love that face. Love you.